The information presented is for informational purposes only. The opinions expressed are not necessarily the opinions of any Daikin company. This information should not be confused for accounting, legal, medical, or other professional advice. Please seek advice from a qualified professional for any specific questions.
Welcome to the Accelerated HVAC Success Program. My name is Ben Middleton. I'm the National Sales Training Manager for the Goodman, Amana, and Daikin brands. Today we're joined with Salli Cobb, Senior Product Manager for Split Systems here at Daikin Comfort Technologies. Salli, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Salli, I just want to ask you real quick, how in the world did you find yourself here at Daikin Comfort Technologies?
Well, it's kind of a long story, so I'm going to give you the short version. I graduated from Texas A&M with my mechanical engineering degree. I spent 7 years in power generation as a plant engineer around Houston. So my job was to making electricity reliable and efficient. And so then we went to Europe for an overseas assignment for my husband. Then when I wanted to go back to work, I found an opportunity in HVAC. So I like to say that HVAC finds you, you don't find HVAC, which I find quite a bit to be true. Such a great industry. And so now my job as a product manager is that I make equipment, efficient equipment, reliable equipment. So I'm on the other side, and I have quite a passion for energy efficiency.
Well, and I have always said, once you get into the HVAC industry, you can never leave either.
That's right.
So we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Now, can you tell me, we're going to be talking about the Amana S-Series today. What in the world is an Amana S-Series?
So the Amana S-Series is an affordable side discharge unitary communicating system. So it's a one-to-one ducted system, and zoning is accomplished by using dampers.
Okay. Why in the world would a homeowner be interested in this Amana S-Series?
So it has superior comfort. You're getting a variable speed system at an affordable price. It's priced between our mid-efficiency single-stage and two-stage unit, and so it provides the superior comfort.
And so that uses inverter technology. What's the difference between inverter and variable speed systems?
So really quickly, an inverter, what that means is it's taking AC to DC to AC power. And so in layman's terms, it's quite an efficient system, and it uses a soft rush in start and holds the set point quite remarkably well. So the inverter, every inverter is a variable speed system, but not every variable speed is an inverter system. So you may have 5 stages or whatnot, and that could be called variable because it's more than 2, but it's not a true full inverter system. So the Amana series is a full inverter system.
So from layman terms, I like to explain, the different light bulbs, right? You've got the 3-way switch.
Yes.
Where you have, in the olden days, where you had filaments, you have different filaments inside there, versus a fully dimmable, which you have infinite settings that you can set in there.
That's quite a great analogy. A lot of times we use the car, right? So we have city miles and country miles, so miles per hour. So it's not the start stop. It's more of the freeway driving.
Absolutely. So what issues does an inverter and the Amana S-Series solve for a homeowner?
So I've already mentioned the comfort,
Yeah.
the superior comfort. I also mentioned it holds set point remarkably well. So I like to show my inverter system in my home, and that my set point stays so well you can't even see the indoor temperature and the set point are right there together. And so when I show that visual, it really sets home on what it's solving. So I've got quite a comfortable system, steady temperature, and then it has the energy efficiency that I'm looking for.
So we're in Houston today, and I think it was 102 degrees outside yesterday with probably about 90% relative humidity. So how does an Amana S-Series provide superior dehumidification from other systems that are out there?
So the Amana S-Series is the most flexible product that has dehumidification. So we have different settings that a contractor can set depending on what the end user's weather conditions or preferences. There's different settings so that the compressor and the airflow gets changed to provide superior dehumidification. So we also have what's called an overcool. So when it's calling for dehumidification and the temperature set point is met, but not the dehumidification, the system will continue to operate and dehumidify. So my house, I leave it at 50%, and it really stays right there at 50%.
Okay.
Even with this humidity and high temperature that we have. So it's a lot of fun seeing my own system.
So tell me about sound real quick. I think a big complaint everybody has is either that unit is right next to the outside deck and it kicks on and everybody has to shout over it, or maybe it's outside a bedroom window or an area and you hear that unit come on. How does the Amana S-Series compare to regular cube-style units when you talk about sound?
Yeah, so we don't have that on-off like the single and two stage, which is around 75 dBA. So the product is around 56 dBA in normal operation. And then we also have a quiet mode. So in places that require even more silence, we can go down to 45 dBA with a quiet mode operation, and that changes the compressor speed. Another thing is it's the sound of a quiet conversation. So we have a full operating system in the showroom, and so it never gets old when I bring customers through here, and they get surprised that it's on while I'm talking, and they're still able to hear me. So again, that never gets old.
So a lot of technology, it sounds like. It sounds like it's a pretty robust piece of equipment. So how complex is it to replace an existing single stage or a two-stage system with an S-Series?
So it was designed for ease of installation. So in most cases, you can use the existing line set that's already there with just flushing it, and that only requires 2 wires to the outdoor unit. So in most cases, you're good to go.
So when one of our contractors that is communicating and talking about an Amana S-Series to a customer, what's the easiest way for them to communicate all the features and benefits to a homeowner, or what would be the big points that would be interesting to a homeowner?
Yeah, so for the marketing aspect of Amana S-Series, we've packed them down into 4 easy-to-remember S's. We've got Slim, Smart, Sound, and Savings. So those are the easiest way to talk about it and remember.
So let's talk a little bit about Slim. Tell me a little bit about that. What do we mean by Slim?
So Slim, you're going to hear compact footprint, compact footprint, compact footprint. It only requires 4 inches installation from the wall, which frees up a lot of valuable space, especially if you have tight lot lines. And it can be wall mounted and a lot of different installation options. So Slim is definitely a big part of it. This is like no other product that North America is used to being so compact.
How much room does it need in front of it?
That I would say, look at the installation manual, but not much. And then say if you have a fence or greenery, we also have a wind baffle option that will change the direction of the airflow. So there's quite a bit of options.
Okay, awesome. And let's talk about the Smart. What makes it so smart?
So it's communicating system, right? So the inside, outdoor, they all know what each other's doing and can adjust and use the thermostat as well. And there's a lot of different settings and data that you can see with it.
Let's talk about savings.
So savings. So an inverter product is around 30% more efficient than a traditional unit. We also have the Amana Efficiency Advisor that a homeowner can go in and check out their system and compare. So there's definitely around 30% in almost every application is going to be the savings.
So I talked about Slim, Smart, Savings. I'm missing one else. What's the other one?
Sound, but we already talked about it.
All right. So tell me a little bit about what are you hearing from your community as you talk with HVAC contractors and maybe even other engineers? What are you hearing? What is the buzz about Amana S-Series?
Yeah, so obviously being in the HVAC industry, my friends and family know that. Anytime they have any issues, they have me check out their bids. They talk to me, pick my brain. So my friends, family, and neighbors, I'm really starting to see that they have heard of variable speed and are interested in it, but not a lot of them know have seen a side discharge. So what I like to do when I'm putting something on my Facebook community page for sale. I like to put it in front of my units, and I always get a lot of questions and interest, and so that's a lot of fun. So again, they're really introducing side discharge, and people are starting to catch on, starting with my own neighborhood and expanding out. So I had some friends recently that needed a system. They knew about variable speed, so of course I gave them the information, and so they're quite impressed and happy with the system, as well as my parents. So I put my parents in a system, and they have a basement that they use for an Airbnb.
Okay.
But they don't have zoning, so they love it when their renters want to change the temperature. They just change it wherever they are. So the best part of my job is helping my friends and family and awareness in my community. But it's catching on more and more. So.
What are you hearing from contractors?
So we get a lot of contractors here at the plant. And then we also do a lot of customer events. And I like to ask them, how do you explain variable speed? So I'm seeing that come quite a bit of ways. Some of them will do drawings, some will show the efficiency advisor, some will show our resources. So that's coming quite a long way. They're very pleased with the system and having that option for their customers.
So you've had an Amana S-Series system in your home now for a while. What are some of the things you like about it?
Well, as a product manager, having your own system, having your product in your home is the best way to learn about it. And so I enjoy that I provide superior comfort and efficiency for my family. So that's the best part.
Is there anything else you want to share about Amana S-Series with our listeners here?
It just that... No, actually, no.
All right.
That's what I had prepared, and unless you have any other specific questions.
Well, no, I really appreciate you coming on the show today and talking with us about the Amana S-Series. It's a very exciting product. It's very innovative, and I think we're already seeing lots and lots of contractors get a lot of excitement. There's a lot of momentum with it. So we'll continue to look for how this is helping with our overall goal, our initiative of helping to inverterize North America.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thanks, Ben.